Hello and welcome to the Blue Tower here in Manchester. This is a Blue Tower production. I am James, your host.
And I'm Warren, his co-host. And welcome back to another podcast. We've done a podcast now weeks in a row, haven't we? Did we miss one last week?
Yeah, missed one last week.
One, not last week, but the week before that.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep up. See, I'm back to work now, aren't I? So I've got to...
Yes, back to work.
Yeah, well, some people are happy, but I've got to work. We haven't got any sponsors for this show. So, I'm back to work. But I'm trying to keep on top of it. What we got today? What?
Well, today we're looking at Reanimator. So we've done Reanimator 2, but we never watched Reanimator 1, the original.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. So is it like a prequel, wasn't it, really?
Well, to us it's a prequel because we never watched the first one. So, yeah, it's a bit of a prequel for us.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Yes, so today we are looking at Reanimator. We'll also be doing the quiz, Who Synopsis It Anyway, and Warren's new quiz. What's it called?
I'm tossing between whose quote is it anyway, or
That's the same as Who Synopsis It Anyway.
Oh right. Quote me this.
Quote me this. The new game show that is sweeping
the nation.
Just yeah. Have we got a theme for it yet? A song? Intro?
I've been playing with it. I've actually done one on my phone.
Okay.
I was a bit bored, so I did one. It's more 80s, quite nice actually. I haven't done it. I haven't put it in yet.
I might put it in now. To it. And also, we'll also be having a very quick chat about the Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead.
It was Army of the Dead. The
Zack Snyder thing.
Zack Snyder 2.5 hours movie.
But we won't be going to do a full review because we'll just
right.
But yeah, so the Reanimator. Like I said, I've never watched this. We've only watched the sequel, The Bride of Reanimator. This was out in 1985 and directed by Stuart Gordon.
Was it? Who is he?
I don't know.
Oh right, I thought it was like someone's like.
No, just directed by Stuart Gordon.
Yeah, reanimated from 1985. So we saw the part 2 of that, and I've literally completely forgotten it. I don't even know what it was about. What was it about? The second one. I don't know. Is it about the army guy who goes to the army and he gets something? He does he not go to Vietnam or some random army thing in the jungle?
Goes to war. But if you want to listen to that, it is in our back catalogue.
Back catalogue somewhere. Yeah, Reanimated.
So I was interested to see, what it was like at the beginning. It was enjoyable.
It was all right. It's a horror comedy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a horror comedy, but it's played straight by a guy who plays
Coombs.
Herbert West.
Jeffrey Coombs.
Jeffrey Coombs. Again, he just plays it straight. It's very camp, but he doesn't play it like that. It's a very straight actor. Very, it's very
almost winks to the camera sometimes. I like that. Almost sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the film synopsis. It's only a short one. A medical student brings his headless professor's head back from the dead with a special serum. Genre horror comedy released by Empire Pictures. Production company Empire Pictures.
Is that it?
That's about it. I think this it's very body horror, isn't it? This particular movie.
I think it's a lot less than the second one because I remember the second one being very, very horror body, very very
horror body.
Yeah. So the film opens up in Switzerland's Zurich Hospital, and our Herbert West has been caught by staff there injecting a professor.
So this it's in Switzerland, but in the second film, this hospital's it's in America, isn't it? Is it?
No,
Is
no.
it?
This is where Herbert West starts off. So he's the assistant to this Swedish doctor who's looking at.
Am I getting mixed up with films?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
I've seen so many. I thought this was reused in the other film.
Nope.
Where
Nope.
this woman comes back in and she forgets a past life, and the evil doctor is her father. She has flashbacks. No,
that's a totally different film. That.
well, what's this one? Really?
That's a totally different.
Because that film must have used the same.
No.
Well, what am I thinking of?
I know the one you're talking about, but it's that.
What's it called?
I can't remember now. It's another. No, it's not. No. So,
I mean that's how forgettable part 2 is, because I'm thinking of something else then.
Yeah.
What the hell is it then? It must have been the same one then. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, go on.
So we can hear noises in this office, and they have to break down the door. And we've got Herbert West. He's injected the doctor with this stuff, and
I like his face when they break in. It's like it's not what it looks like.
Yeah.
Kind of scenario
Yeah.
with the thing in his hand and he's a reanimated dead
professor.
doctor.
So the nurse says, "Oh my God, you killed him." Then Herbert goes,
"Doctor,
I gave him life." And then all of a sudden this doctor springs up, starts screaming away. Ah! And then it cuts, doesn't it? And then it cuts, and then it goes to an American hospital.
Meanwhile, in America,
So Dan Kane, who's a young doctor at this hospital, we're introduced to him. He's trying to save someone's life. He's also engaged to Megan Halser, who is the daughter of Dean Halser.
Dean Allen Halser.
Dean, is he a dean?
Mm.
So he's actually Dean Halser. And so Herbert appears as a student who wants to start at the hospital, so there's no repercussions from
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
I didn't. I thought, well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? He just appears,
just pops
after injecting his professor over in that there Switzerland.
Yeah,
and he comes
So-
over. It's like,
So he's gone there because Dr. Carl Hill, he's a specialist in brain damage, damaged brains, and he believes that the brain can survive death after 5 to 6 minutes, which Herbert very strongly disagrees with.
6 to 12.
Yeah, he says so. So there's a massive conflict there between Dr. Carl Hill and Herbert West. They're constantly butting heads with each other.
I made a note saying making way was already Mr. West. I wrote, I mean, literally within 5 minutes of it appearing.
Yeah.
It's like, I think you're wrong. I think it's 6 to 12 minutes.
Yeah. And so Dan needs someone to stay at his house as a house guest, as a tenant. So he puts a sign up. Then Herbert West sees that, takes it, and ends up being the tenant at Dan's house.
Because he's got the cash. He says, that's no problem.
Megan-
You won't see me around. I've got the cash.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Megan isn't happy. She doesn't like Herbert. Thinks he's creepy, and but Dan's like, well, he's got cash, so yeah, I'll let him stay here. Yeah.
And and so he does. So he settles into the academy, not the academy, the doctor school, doesn't he? So Mr. West.
In there, so can't remember what. So
they're having a lesson all about this theory that he has, like the 5 to 10 minutes thing, done it with the doctor, who's he called?
Dr. Carhill.
So they're having a. So this is the scene. They're having a lesson with a corpse, aren't they? And he's opening up the corpse with from the head, and he pulls it back, and he's like peels it back. And he's like a brain there, and he goes, and they're all they're all there watching him doing it, and he says, oh yeah, the brain can't survive after, is it 4 to 10 minutes, something like that, something daft. 4 to 10 minutes.
Dr. Carhill believes the brain can survive between 6 and 12 minutes. However, Herbert strongly disagrees, and that's when he starts shouting at Carl.
Well, he snaps a pen. He snaps 2 pencils, doesn't he?
Two pens whilst in class.
Yeah, and I said, get a pen, you creepy bastard. That's what I put. He's like, that is wrong. And then Mr. West and the Mr. West goes, you're wrong. You're telling these students the wrong thing. Yeah. Why are you doing this? Open your eyes. Yeah. And he goes, Mr. West.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. So massive conflict there. So Dan has a cat, doesn't he?
Yeah, I've written, where's the cat?
Dan has a cat.
Where's the cat?
And Megan returns to the house, and she can't find Dan. Oh no, they're with Dan. She's with Dan, and she's saying, "I don't trust Herbert. I don't like him." Blah 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 blah. He says, "Even the cat doesn't like him." And then he says, "Where's the cat?" So they start searching for this cat, and Megan goes into Herbert's bedroom, and and there's a fridge in there. Is it open, or does she open it? I think it's open.
I think it's half open off because because you can see it's clearly open.
Yeah, and so she opens it up, and this poor little black cat is dead in the fridge, and she screams, and Herbert comes up behind her and says, "Get out!" And Dan's like, "What's happened?" He put his head in the back in the bin, and the bin fell over and suffocated him.
Yeah. Yeah,
he was dead when I found him. Honest to God, I didn't kill him.
He was dead when I found. Honestly, I didn't want to tell you anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just all right. Okay, whatever. This is the funny part. I like this bit. So Dan's asleep, and then all of a sudden he hears this meow, meow, this cat noise, and he goes, "What's that?" So he gets up. And he starts wandering around. He could just hear this fucking cat noise. And then he goes down into the basement, and he sees Herbert West. And all of a sudden, he's been attacked by this cat.
On his back.
On his back. Yeah. It's the funniest thing. The cat fight, epic cat fight, I called it. It's just his thing attached to the back of his head. I mean, fair play to the actor. He was just full throttle with his thing on his back. So the fighting this cat, Dan's there, and he's like, "Whoa, the cat was dead." But then Herbert reveals that he's got this serum that reanimates, and he injects the cat again after it's been thrown to the wall, and reanimates it. And Dan's like, "What?"
He reanimates. It's like being dead twice now as a cat. So he's all fucked up now as a cat. So Dan goes to Dean Haslett, who's head of the hospital trainer or whatever. It's his girlfriend's father, isn't it?
Yeah. So he starts to say, listen, this guy's really good. He's reanimating cats. He's got the answer. But Dean Hasslett's like, no, you're both mad. You're both banned from the hospital.
I thought, he goes a bit far. He even says you won't get your student loans.
Yeah.
So after the back of that, he said, no, you're gonna lose your student loans. You're not welcome back. Tell Mr. West he's no longer welcome on the site.
So they're banned from the hospital. Yeah. But Herbert wants to get fresh meat, doesn't he? He wants fresh meat.
Yeah, because like the longer the subject's dead, the less likely the secret serum is going to work.
Yeah.
That's
the
his
fresher the
theory,
corpse,
isn't it? Yeah,
the
that's
fresher the corpse, the easier it is to reanimate. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, we do have a Chekhov moment. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No.
Early in the film, Dan, who's been working at the hospital, he's taken a recently deceased female down to the mortuary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's wheeling her in. Now, on the far wall is a big red axe in a box. And I spotted it. I thought, well, why would they want a big red axe in a mortuary? Doesn't make sense. So that will come back later, folks. So the Chekhov army out there, I know you're there and you're listening. Yes, there's a Chekhov axe there. So Dan and Herbert. Dan sneaks Herbert into the mortuary past the guard who is there smoking a big fat cigar, looking at
and then he goes
questionable material.
He goes for a break, doesn't he? He goes, I'm off for a break now. See you later, guys. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He lets them in. And he goes for a break, and then they go in, and then because he's got his shoes off, hasn't he, as well?
Yeah, he puts
his shoes. He puts them on quite fast, I thought, didn't he? He gets his socks and shoes on in under like 30 seconds. I thought that was quite fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't it? I thought it was just like, get him on, quick, get him on. And then he gets him on.
So they're going around the mortuary looking for the ideal candidate, and they say no, he was burnt to death. He died like weeks ago or whatever. And then they find a perfect corpse. So they wheel him out into this room, and they start injecting him with this green glowing
serum.
Yeah. In the meantime, Dean Hasley and daughter Megan are now at the hospital, and he thinks that Dan is now at this hospital,
and he's
where he shouldn't
incorrect.
be. And he tells Megan, "You stay here. I'm going to go down to the mortuary." So meanwhile, Dan and Herbert are injecting this corpse, and it's not reanimating. I think, oh god, it's not going to work. And then all of a sudden,
put some more in him.
Put some more in him, and then he starts reanimating, and then he starts going mad. This corpse starts beating him up,
eating it, and he starts to eat people, doesn't he? Well, that's when the professor comes in. The dean comes in.
So the dean,
after kicking down the door on him.
So the reanimated corpse has pushed this door onto Dean Hasley, squashes him, kills him. That's what happens.
No, he gets back up and starts fine. And then the reanimated corpse bites his fingers off. And he goes like, bites his fingers off. And he gets in and then throws him, and then he dies. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah. So
that's what I mean. Like the corpse eats people.
The reanimated corpse attacks the dean, throws him against the wall, kills him, and then Herbert manages to re-kill the corpse. Done it.
Yeah.
And Herbert then sees the dean dead, and he goes, right, this is a perfect opportunity. Let's reanimate the dean. And they inject the dean.
Yeah, Herbert just not give up, does he? He loves just injecting people.
Meanwhile, Megan comes down. Her father is a reanimated corpse, and he's going crazy. And Dan and Herbert then just say, "Oh, he came down," and he just started to be crazy.
And then 2 minutes later, the guard turns up, and he goes, "I've only been away for 2 minutes." Only away for 2 minutes. This is what happens. I've got a dead corpse reanimated. I've got another dean who's looks like he's been drugged up and beaten up and then reanimated. He's only gone away for 2 minutes.
Yeah. So Dr. Carlhill, the creepy doctor, then says, "I will take care of the dean," and puts him in a padded cell. And then he says, "I'll do some operations on him," and he lobotomizes the doctor.
He just
Sorry.
he gets his magic. I don't know what he does with the. He has like a crystal, doesn't he? And it drills a hole in the head.
So he lobotomizes. So whilst he's doing that, he realizes that the Dean isn't mad, but he's dead.
He's just dead.
He's just dead, but he's actually he's reanimated, and he's thinking, well, how is this possible? How is this possible? Perhaps Herbert is onto something here. So Dr. Hill then goes to Herbert and says, listen, I want your formula. I want it. And he says, how does it work? So Herbert's like, all right, okay, right. Well, you can have it. Have a look through that telescope, not the microscope. And he's going, wow, this is amazing. This is going to make me rich, make me famous. And Herbert sneaks up behind him and whacks him over the head. Bang, 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 head. And then he proceeds to take his head off with the spade, starts to grind it down, snaps his neck, puts him in a bucket, and then he reanimates the head. And he's like, you killed me, Herbert. You killed me. And then Herbert then puts the serum into the headless body and reanimates him.
I don't know why he does this. Maybe it's an experiment or something.
So you got the reanimated head, reanimated body, and then between them they managed to knock Herbert West clean out,
Overpower him and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Up, and then Herbert wakes up and all his work is gone.
It's gone. It's all gone. My work is all gone.
Yeah. So now we've got this headless corpse wandering around, and then he has this power over other corpses, doesn't he? So he then gets the reanimated Dean Helsler to kidnap his own daughter. And we find out at some point that Dr. Carl Hill has been stalking Megan.
Yeah,
He's got a file with her hair in it.
Yeah,
got photos of her. So he wants Megan.
Yeah, he's been lusting after Megan, who is I think she must be only around maybe 20 in the 20s.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dean that Dr. Carl Hill
old enough to be a father.
Well, yeah.
So he gets. So they end up back at the hospital, and Megan's there, all tied up. Strips her naked, and then the headless body grabs hold of the head, and he starts to sexually assault her. Is the only thing I can think of.
It's the most weirdest assault scene I've seen in a while. Like a headless corpse holding its own head while he kisses this naked lady on in a morgue. It's quite a scene. It's like right, okay.
It's right up there. So Dan and Herbert,
but we've forgotten the goddamn security guard and the comical scene him trying to get into the morgue with the fake head on his corpse.
Oh yeah. So the corpse, for some bizarre reading, puts a fake head onto his head, on top of the body. But So
the same security guard is there, and he goes, is that you, Dr. Hill or Herbert?
Yeah.
He goes, yes, it is me. And he goes, well, I'm off to for another break. See you later. So he goes off again, and then it all happens, all kicks off.
Yeah.
With the what's it, and he brings his daughter. Then they're all there, and then
so Dan and Herbert managed to find out that they've been taken to the mortuary again. So this is a big boss battle now with Dan and Herbert, and so Dan manages to get Megan off this stretcher thing, gets her away, and then there's a big fight, and then Herbert then injects the body with serum, more serum.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, for some. Yeah.
And at this point, there's loads of corpses everywhere. So there's more corpses.
Basically, he's controlling all the dead people, aren't he?
Yeah.
And then they have a massive fight.
Yeah.
And then our hero, what's he called? Dan Kane, grabs your axe.
Yeah. So Dan runs down the hallway, gets his axe, and starts swinging it around. So the body of Dr. Carl Hill then it's kind of opens up, doesn't it? The chest opens up, and these talons start coming out of it.
Well, his guts,
big, massive light.
His guts start to attack Mr. West.
So Herbert West is then grabbed hold of, and then you could just this big, massive light, and you could just see him being dragged towards his body, and then. Oh God! What?
Well, and then Mr.
Really
West throws his work at Dan and goes, "Here, take it," and then he grabs his girlfriend, and then
he's then attacked by another zombie.
Yeah.
And then it's strangled. I want to say strangled.
It basically, he attacks her and then sort of strangles. He gets his hand and puts it around the throat, and then he gets the axe and chops his hand off and goes, bleh, there you go, get off my girlfriend. So they go up, but then she's lifeless. And then
so she's dead, we assume. Then the head of Dr. Carl Hill is crushed by Dean Hasley.
Oh yeah.
That head is crushed, like properly crushed. And then so we've got a dead Megan and we've got Dan. We don't know what's happened to her, but it's left a bit like we don't know what happened to him. So he carries Megan.
Was he in animated too? I can't remember. Was he?
Herbert West.
Yeah, was he? Was he not?
Yes, he was. He's the main guy.
Oh, okay. I've literally no idea. I've forgotten all about it.
So Dan takes Megan up to the hospital. She, I want some help, and then the doctor says, no, she's dead. We can't do anything for her. And then, as a last resort, Dan then gets his light green serum and injects her to the neck, and then the screen goes black. Then all you can hear is the scream of Megan, and that's it. End of film. Done.
Yeah, I was going to switch it off when they came out, and but I left it on, and I would have missed a scream if I'd done that. Yeah, so the scream comes out, and she's reanimated, and that's it. Reanimated. It spawned so many sequences. Reanimated 2. When did that come out? Reanimated. When did it come out?
I'm not sure. So the Brad of Reanimator, which we watched, it doesn't. I mean, it makes reference to what happened in the hospital. However, I don't think Dan is in the next one. It's a completely different person. Obviously, Herbert West is there, and the head of Dr. Carl Hill, even though it's crushed, ends up being in the sequel as well as the flying head. That's got its head attached to bat wings.
Oh yes, yeah. So the Ride of Reanimated came out in 1989. Then Beyond Reanimated.
No, never. No.
Beyond Reanimated came out in 2003. It was a Spanish-American horror film directed by Brian Yoz. So it came out it came out in 2003. So it kept on going. That's actually on Prime Video as well. So you can watch that. So yeah, go and watch that. I don't know how good it be. I don't know, but yeah. But yeah, this I think it was quality one. This one, it was inspired by a Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft. So he did the book, and it was, it was around that storyline of H.P. It was one of his best. It was actually one of his best stories, and was highly rated by his fans. So, I'm going to do Rotten Tomatoes here. So, the not the fans, but the what they called
Critics.
Critics. I always forget that name. It was given 93% by the critics, and
Reasonable.
yeah. What was the audience score? Was it higher or lower than 93%?
Lower.
Yeah, you was right. Yeah. It was 82%. 82% of it, and I always ask, but when was it first? When was it first streamed? When was it? When was it first?
2016.
Yes, it was.
August.
No. November the 1st, 2016. Box office gross was up to 2 million. But the first week it was released, it was about only half $500,000, and released in only 400 cinemas. Yeah. Anything else?
No, good film. Enjoyed it. So watch that, and then watch the sequel, Bride of Reanimator.
Yeah.
Both good.
It was
Good films.
It was released. Sorry, it was released on October the 18th, 1985, in only 129 theatres, should I say, and made $500,000. Sorry, just under $500,000. Then it went to North America, made $2.5 million on a budget of $900,000. Yes, all that. Yes. Now, do you want to do your quiz first, or do you want to do my quiz first?
Can do your quiz. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. So this film came out in 1985, and the top grossing film of 1985, guess what that was?
Back to the Future.
Yes, it was Back to the Future. But I'm going to do what's my quiz called? Don't quote me on this. On that is from the second most popular one. What do you think the most second popular one was?
Ghostbusters.
No,
Indiana Jones.
it was it was a sequel. Actually, it was a sequel to a major one. And I'm gonna do quote this. So I ain't gonna do the accent because you'll probably get it. Okay. To survive war, you've got to become war.
Rambo 2.
Oh, he got it on the first one. Yes, it was Rambo, a First Blood Part 2. And it came in at, grossed in at number 2. Came out May 22nd, 1985. It grossed £150 million in total that year. Just under from Back to the Future 1, which made 193 million that year. I was going to do Beverly Hills Cop. That came in third. And Rocky IV was in at number 4 as well.
Rocky 4.
Yeah, Rocky 4. So he had 1984. Yeah. So I mean, the reason why I mentioned Rambo is because there's a new thing out with Call of Duty where they do action movie heroes, and Rambo is one of them from 1985. Yeah,
All right.
It's like got that, and I think it's got Die Hard as well. It's got the Plaza.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, it literally has that in the thing, and it has the actual plaza. The actual plaza with it. So and that came out in
not Daily Plaza. Is it? No.
Is it Plaza?
That's JFK. That,
yeah. But yeah, that they all came out. What else came out in night? God, there's loads. But yeah, but the top one was Back to the Future. Rambo was number 2. Beverly Hills Cop 3. Sorry, Beverly Hills was at number 3. The Goonies was at number 8, just above Police Academy 2. Yeah. All that, and then Jewel of the Nile. Mask was Mask? No, that Mask was that. That can't be. Mask was something else, wasn't it? Must have been. Hang on a minute, Mask. Here we go. That's not Jim Carrey, is it? No, it's not Jim Carrey. Not at all. That's a drama. It looks like a drama to me. Anyway, should we get into your little quiz?
Yeah, so whose synopsis is it anyway?
Yay!
The game show that is sweeping the nation.
Sweeping the nation.
Whose synopsis is it anyway?
Oh. Yeah, so the quiz show that is sweeping the nation. Whose synopsis is it anyway?
Whose synopsis anyway?
I'm using the book VHS video cover art by Thomas Hodge, and he has collected video VHS cover arts of 80s films. So the rules are I will read out the title, and from that title, one has got to give me a synopsis of that film. If he gets it right from the title, he gets 3 points. I will, if you don't get it right, I will then read out the tagline. If he gets it from that, he gets 2 points. If you don't get it from that, I will then describe the cover art. And if you don't get it from that, if he gets it from that, he gets 1. If you don't get it at all, he gets 0 points.
No point. Right, okay.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm ready to go.
So it's the 1980s, and you're a young boy. You've come down to the video store with your mum, and you've entered it, and you're looking around, and Goonies have gone, Back to the Future's gone. So you're wondering, what is going to fill your time between Cannonball and Bruce's Force Ride? The Price is Right. You're wondering. Then you come across...
Would that be Bruce's Millions? Was Bruce's Millions that bad?
Bruce Forsyth, Price is Right on TV. So you're wondering...
Not Bruce's Millions. When did that come out?
No, that's a different film.
All right.
So, you see...
I was more of a lower man myself.
Yeah. Where was that? So you're walking along, and then you see a video, and it's called Light Blast. Light Blast.
This sounds like a science fiction-y type of situation that we're going on here. So I can imagine Light Blast was a... I think an alien has popped down, and then they've got to use their wits and their guns to get out of that particular situation. And they do get out of that particular situation with a lot of guns, and they save the world.
Is that your guess?
Yes, it is.
It's wrong.
Oh.
So it's not 3 points to you. Would you like me to read the tagline?
Yes.
It won't help you. Right. So, Light Blast. Any moment could be your last.
Oh, God. Right, so it wasn't the alien thing. Right, Light Blast. I think it is a story about drugs in a city, and there are rival gangs that want to kill each other for the drugs, and there's a cop in it, and he's trying to stop them both. And he stops them basically with a lot of guns, and maybe some karate. Haka karate. Yes.
No.
Oh right, okay. Right, I'm down to 1 point, isn't it? Well, what's the other one?
So, the one point, I've got to describe the cover art for you. Now, I will give you a clue. Well, it's not much of a clue. Eric Estrada, he is famous for Chips. I don't remember Chips.
Yeah, it was an ITV.
Yeah, so he's drawn on the cover. A very well done picture as well. I must say, very good. So he's there with a gun. His t-shirt his shirt's ripped, and in the background we've got skyscrapers that have been blasted to smithereens by some laser beams, and then just behind Eric is a police car that is jumping away from a big explosion.
That is no help. I mean, is it like a super weapon that he's got to stop the bad guy from getting, and that's why it's called, what's it called? Blast.
Light blast.
So it's a light blast. So it must be a super weapon that someone's threatening someone with. Then that must be it.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That's 1 point.
All right. Okay. Right. I got it sort of right.
Yeah, 1 point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Right. Okay. So Eric Estrada in Light Blast. A bizarre chain of unnatural disasters threaten San Francisco. Given the task of running down the madman responsible, Inspector Ron Warren, Eric Estrada,
Hello.
covers the secret of a terrifying weapon, a weapon so powerful it will destroy the whole city. Now, you didn't get the revenge part in there, which is always a staple of 80s. The violent murder of his innocent lover, Jackie, played by Peggy Rao, turns Ron's investigation into a bloody vendetta. In his assignment of vengeance, Ron's fate is guided by obsession, an obsession that will bring the vision of future out of control. Light Blast. Then it just continues.
Sounds like a lot going on, doesn't it?
So that's a synopsis, but then it's got a line across it, and then it says, Eric Estrada is well known to audience worldwide as the irrepressible Frank Ponchella of the Californian Highway series Chips. It also gives a little quote from Variety. It says, with a non-stop car chases, spectacular explosions, and a death-a-minute pace, it's a rare character that makes it through more than one scene. A pulsating score pumps up the excitement of the action sequence in which stuntmen are run over, hurled out of exploding buildings, or disintegrated by a terrible light blast. Variety, May 1985.
Light blast.
Seems a very
Pow, pow, light blast.
So there's no other title for it. It's called Light Blast, distributed by Medusa Communication Limited, release date 1985, and artist Enzo Sciatti. It's supposed to be very good, very good drawing. Very good drawing. I do like it. Yeah. So that was Light Blast, everyone, and Warren got 1 point, 1 solitary point from it.
Way, and that was whose synopsis is it anyway?
The game show that is sweeping the nation.
Sweeping the nation.
Whose synopsis is it anyway?
Yeah, so that was Who Synopsis It Anyway. So we always like to finish off with recommendations, and the new film by Zack Snyder, Army of the Dead, has been released on Netflix.
Yeah, it's part of his deal, isn't it? He's doing some products, not products. What's he doing? Films and stuff. Yeah, he's doing that. I was trying to fill in there.
Yeah, so it's been dropped on Netflix now. I like the movie. With this, it does give us fast zombies who are thinking zombies, which I think is the way to go. Because The Walking Dead, I lost interest in that a long time ago. Because they're just slowly shambling zombies who don't really offer any sort of threat. Whereas this film, it says, right, you know what?
It's more about the drama, the human drama now.
Yeah. But no one wants to watch Walking Dead for the human drama. You might as well watch a Hallmark episode. So this film, we don't want to go into because it's 2.5 hours long, which is a bit too long. I think it's just too long. 2.5 hours, too long. But I like it where they're fast zombies and they've got a mind, haven't they? They've got a mind.
Well, okay. So the thing was, he's had this thing. Okay, so there's the alpha. It's the alpha zombie, isn't it? Is the alpha? So if the alpha bites a person, that person also becomes the alpha.
Yeah.
And then if one of them bites somebody, then that person becomes a rambler, a shuffler, don't they?
Yeah.
So that's the hierarchy, isn't it?
This zombie has been made. The alpha zombie has been made by the government as a weapon, hasn't it?
Well, has he though? I mean,
yes, he has. Yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. So we don't know this.
You do.
How?
Because he was in the Area 51.
Yeah, but it might have. I don't know. He might have been infected by something. He might have come back down from space and then he got infected. So
possibly.
It doesn't really explain. It's kind of like neutral kind of things. So we don't really know. I mean, in some of the scenes that I saw, when one of the alphas gets shot, it looks like a robot, doesn't it? There's a scene in the casino, and they shoot him.
I don't know.
And
Yeah,
it's
I
like
saw
a
that.
robot. And I'm going out, right, okay, so have the government done robots that look like zombies or something like that? And then they get... but then the alpha, the major alpha gets shot and he is blue blood. It's just blood. It's like blue, isn't it? It's like that. So has the government... is he a weapon? Yeah.
So I don't want to go through it all because it's like I said, it's 2.5 hours. But there's several issues with it. Okay, so it's 2.5 hours long, which is too long, I think. Okay, plot points are brought up but then left. So the two original army guys, I thought were going to be a major part. Do you remember them? Right at the start.
Oh right, yeah. When the alpha hit, yeah.
So I thought them two were going to be part of the story, but then they're forgotten. They never turn up again for whatever reason. They don't turn up and forgotten. The theme throughout the whole thing is family above money, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because they're going into Las Vegas to get £200 million. That's now the bad guy is this Japanese Chinese guy. I think he's Japanese. So they sent. So on selling them to go in there and get this £200 million. However, it's revealed later that he's actually working for the government. Do you see that? So the government
is he actually working for the government, or is he going in there to get something that is worth a lot of money to give to the government?
So he has sent one of these guys in there to look after this gang, yeah? But the goal for him is to get the head of the Queen zombie, because they know that if they can control zombies, they'll have an army. So the bad guy is always being paid a lot of money by the government to get this head in order for them to test.
Yeah,
to test it. Which is a good idea. So the problem is, right? Yeah, I get the family thing. Yeah, however, they've got this subplot where this young mother, has gone into the Las Vegas to get money for the son. So they find out, this girl finds out, and she tells her dad, listen, I want to go in there and find her. So the subplot is, the girl whose mother died after becoming a zombie goes in there, does all this stuff, gets her out, gets her in the helicopter. The helicopter then crashes into the desert, kills everyone but the daughter and the father. What happens to the young mother?
Well, she's dead.
Well, we don't know that.
No, she's not there. She's dead. So there's no point. So the whole point.
Subplot.
It's just no point.
There's no point, is there?
There was literally there's a lot of points where there is, where you look at it now and I think to myself, well, why was that character there? Why was he needed? Like the safecracker. Now,
the safecracker was
the guy who owned that safe, surely would have had the combination to that safe. So why would they need a safecracker?
Well, because the owner,
he surely would have had the combination to the safe. So when he say, right, okay, you only need a safecracker, but you're the owner, so why don't you have that clearance? Right. I've got it here. There you go. Get the money for it. And then there's a character at the beginning of it where he has the blade, the chainsaw.
Yeah, that is introduced
earlier on.
Early on.
You're thinking, great, this guy's going to come in and he's going to be
sawing
everybody off, and there's bloods everywhere.
He uses it in the sequence that starts the whole movie.
And you're thinking, great, this is going to be absolutely fantastic.
And he even has a long sequence where he goes to the desert and digs it out.
Yeah, digs it out, and he tells off someone
touching
it, and you're thinking, man, he is gonna go. There's gonna be a scene where all these army of zombies are gonna go towards him. It's gonna be right good, nice one. Here we go.
Never
and it doesn't happen. He never uses it. It's never mentioned. He doesn't use it.
They use it once.
They use it,
once
just
to open a hole in a wall.
Yeah, and that's it. And it's like, what? Right, okay. Great, yeah. Just forget about. He talks a lot and he thinks a lot.
He has a bromance with the safecracker.
The safecracker that doesn't need to be the wacky crazy German or whatever he was. He is safecracker who I thought when they get to the safe, it'd be a whole thing. It'd be cracking it really slowly. You'll see him sweating over it. And they'd be there, and then eventually opens it. But he gets there, and within maybe half an hour, quick thinking, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's done, mate. No problem. This safe that he's been dreaming of. And he goes into this zombie infested Las Vegas pit. And he only goes in for how much? For $2,500 or something?
200. It's like 500,000.
$500,000, $200,000. He goes in. Yeah, I want to create this is my passion.
My masterpiece.
This is my masterpiece.
Yeah.
And he just opens it in like literally maybe 5 minutes, and that's it. Yeah. And there you go. Thanks very much. And then he gets killed off straight away. And then there's
well, we never see.
Well, we never see it, but
never see him.
I just presume he just gets obliterated by this massive big bomb that goes off.
So our the guy with the saw cutter thing, he's trapped in that safe, innit? That impenetrable safe.
He gets pushed in there.
He gets pushed in, and his door is closed. Then the bomb is dropped. And then we just see him exit like so he manages to get out of this bloody safe that's like underground quite very very easily.
But the thing is that things aren't mentioned though. I don't. The CIA, the guy who does a double cross, that Martin guy.
Yeah.
He does a double cross with the woman at the back of the when they first go in and the Batista, whatever it's Scott Ward is throwing the glow sticks.
Yeah.
It's clear. So follow me. So, but then this woman says, "Well, I don't trust this guy, this Martin guy, at the back." Says, "You don't have our backs, and I don't trust you. I'm going to put you in the middle somewhere." So she's right at the back. So then he just goes, "Right, fuck it. I'll just throw it. I'll throw it and get her off the scent." So she goes off somewhere, but then she gets back eventually, and then she breaks into the window, and then he then says, "Oh, you've double crossed us." One of the actual people say, "Oh, you've double crossed us," and she dies. She gets blown up. And then it's never mentioned again.
No.
It's never mentioned again. No one like says anything. And then right at the end, he does another double cross, locks him in down there. And while he's going up to the helicopter, no one mentions this. No one says, "All right, this guy's just double crossed us. Don't let him into the helicopter."
Yeah, the radios aren't
the radios aren't working.
Yeah.
But they are working
Yeah.
because they're in contact with the pilot.
I think it
With
would
the
have been
pilot. And the thing is, the pilot, Marty Peters, is it?
I don't know, she was
that's
just
the
annoying.
character.
She was just annoying.
I thought she was the best one.
She was.
She was the best. I thought she was a bit of fun. She was the only one that I felt was pretty funny. She's from Star Trek Discovery, which is from another Netflix thing. Oh, not sorry. It's on Netflix, but she's a comedian. She's on Star Trek, basically, Discovery, and she kind of plays the same character as in there. So that's where I recognise her from. And
very sarcastic, but I would have liked it.
And she took over the guy who was taken out of it. There was a guy who had to be taken out of it because of reasons. You know that.
Sorry, what's this now?
Originally,
are you talking about Star Trek Enterprise?
No. I'm talking about the movie we're talking about, the Army of the Dead.
Right.
So the person who was originally going to play that character, was taken out of it because of allegations.
Right.
So she was put in there instead of him. So the character was meant to be a chap, but was digitally removed from there. Yeah?
Was it?
Yeah. She never did any scenes within that film with any of the characters. She was never there. She never interacted with any of them. She was digitally placed within that film.
That might explain the rather strange way she was talking. Because it felt she was never really.
No, she was never there.
She was, it's bizarre.
She was never there.
But I would have liked it. Go on.
But she was the most interesting. I thought she was the most interesting one. But the thing is, she was never there.
No.
And then maybe the other characters, the daughter, Kate Ward, I didn't find her at all interesting. She didn't need to be there. She was the one who caused all this shenanigans going off, and that led to her father being killed. So she
crowbarred into that.
Yeah.
I would have the vloggers who'd gone there. They were famous for killing zombies, so they brought them along.
Which I don't understand. These zombies did they go to Los Angeles? Did they go in there?
I don't know. It's a bizarre clip of them killing zombies, but it's not clear if they're in Las Vegas. I didn't really understand.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't understand that.
Well, I would have liked it because they're the ones who were impressed by the zombie tiger. I would have thought it would have been a better ending if they'd been mauled by this tiger, because trying to get a picture with a tiger. I thought that would have been a better ending for them.
Yeah, no, they just died, didn't they? I
can't remember how the guy with the blonde hair died.
He just gets attacked by a zombie.
I can't remember.
That's it. That's what I mean. It's like you're looking at it. It's like what? Right? Why?
I would have fixed it. How it would have been a little bit better. A tiny little bit better.
An hour and a half.
A little bit better.
Just said it in the sleeves.
Cut out the subplots with the mother, with the mother going off.
I didn't need it.
Cut that out. What I would have liked, it's all about family in it. So I would have liked it if the mother of the girl hadn't died, and they just locked her in the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they know that the mother is a zombie in that house. Yeah. This is out. I know it's a bit of fan fiction, but they were given 2 virals. Yeah, it's not a cure, but it gives you half an hour. Yeah, of curing someone for half an hour, right? This viral is only to be used on the guy on the safecracker because they know that he can do it within half an hour. Yeah, so if he gets bitten, they can use this viral to inject him to do the safecracking. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah. So it ties in with this half an hour because I can do it in half an hour. Yeah. They've got 2 virals. So he gets bitten. They start fighting him, and he says, "Give us the viral." So she throws the viral. They inject him, and then she gets his other viral and runs off. And she has this final goodbye with the mother. Yeah. So Batista goes off, chases after the daughter, and this big massive reunion with the mother, and they got half an hour to say goodbye to her. And she goes, "I love you, but I'm a zombie. You need to kill me." And they go, "No, we can't do it," and they kill her. I think that would have been a slightly better plot arc for that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they've already done a prequel to it already. It's going to be released next year.
I can see. I can see why they would do a prequel. I think it'd be a lot. I'm gonna say though I don't know, it sounds fucking poncy this, but the filming in the pool scenes. Do you remember the pool? I can see on your face you're looking blank there. But the pool scene was shot just brilliantly, just absolute, just epic. It's in a.
Well, yeah, I mean, like Zack Snyder does do a nice. He just do and like visually visually he does do amazing. Really
amazing.
Great visually, like when the planes were going over Las Vegas and they were dropping people on it, the parachuting down, and you got this lovely scene of them going down slowly and the zombies are, and that's great, that's lovely, but makes no sense if within the context, but it is a lovely scene, and he does do a lovely, as you say, he does the film of it, or I can't remember. It's a particular thing that happens because he was in charge. The thing is, he was in charge. He was
baby zombie as well.
The baby zombies. He directed it. He filmed graphic whatever he did with it. He was in charge. He basically he was in charge. It was him. It was literally because of what happened with the Warner Brothers, the
DC,
the DC one. What happened over there with the Snyder Cut, because the people came in and said, right, we don't want this, we don't want that, we're not having that. And then Zack Snyder was, then he had to leave the project, and then he came back and then did the Snyder Cut. So then I think Netflix has said to him, look, you've got this idea, we're going to give you some cash, do whatever you want, just do it. But I think it just needed somebody to just say to him, look, you don't need that.
Yeah.
You don't need this. There's no point in that. Get rid of that and do this.
Some of the characters.
Just get rid of some of the characters and stick kind of with the getting 200 million out of Las Vegas kind of story. And you got the alpha, great, and then it's all boxed off, which is nice.
I thought another thing. I thought the guy who was brought in there to be a sacrifice. That guy. I thought he was going to be a major alpha. I thought he was going to come back as a massive threat to them.
Well, that's what it was. Yeah.
But then he was just
It was. I was like, great, yeah, okay,
He's
yeah.
back, brilliant.
He's back, and that's what I was waiting for. That I was waiting for this massive boss fight with this guy and this girl.
Yeah.
I was like, great, here we go. This is going to be at least 7 minutes of pure action, and it was like,
no, dead.
no,
Shot him. I think he shot him.
just shot him in the head.
Yeah,
Bang.
bang, done.
Right, see ya, bye.
It's like, no, that's it's just like that's not.
So what was the point? Why did they have this backstory with this guy? And why give him sort of a background? Why give him really evil background?
Yeah.
And then
Just a waste there.
and then just to waste him, and then just shoot him after just a minute. It's like, right, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with his disinteresting daughter, faffing around looking for a mate who went missing.
Yeah.
And then that thing, they go on a mission which was utterly pointless.
Yep.
And then it's like Star Wars and the Finn when they went to this random casino planet, and it was no point to it.
Yeah.
There was literally no point within context of that story. There was just no point, and that's why it was 2.5 hours. It was just too long. It was like if you want to go into cinema, it's an hour and a half. It's tops. It's an hour and a half. You don't have to do this bombastic 2.5 hour film with fillers and characters that you just
don't care about.
I didn't know any of their names.
No.
I didn't know any of the names. I didn't care. I just like, right, who's this woman who's just gotten blasted into smithereens by they were carrying the canisters when they're carrying the canisters of petrol around with them, which I thought was particularly dangerous, especially around live ammo. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just carried it around because the plot was they couldn't fly into Las Vegas, could they? For some reason,
I think they want to try to keep it quiet.
Yeah,
But then ultimately they got a helicopter to fly out. So how quiet could one be?
yeah. So and obviously they have to do a timer thing on it because like you've got 48 hours.
Yeah,
You've got 48 hours to get this stuff out.
Which goes down to an hour because the government decided we're just going to do it.
Yeah. It was like, well, we're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
An hour, say, and then it's like,
let's do it.
right. Oh shit! Well, this is pretty. This is hot. This is like bam, bam, bam. Let's do it. Bam, 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 bam. But it's not really. I don't know. It's just ambles along a little bit.
I think they missed a treat though. For all the money in the world, they should have got a zombie, George Clooney and Brad Pitt there. Just to make a one scene.
Well, I think that's what it is. It would have been funny.
Just a nod to Ocean's 11.
I think it would have been funny. That I think
would have been all the money just like that.
Just a little bit.
Brad Pitt, George Clooney, just get in there.
Half a second.
Just do it.
It would have been funny.
I mean, they might be in there. I don't know. But anyway,
he did it in Dawn of the Dead, didn't he? The 2003 one he did. It did do like a scene where they were on top of the mall, and they were shooting lookalikes of people who Jay Leno,
like famous people,
famous people. So he put that in there in the Dawn of the Dead one that he made, which I would class as one of the best zombie movies that I've seen, and it was with fast zombies as well. And it did have a birth in that one of a zombie baby.
Yeah.
But he did say in an interview, it's not connected. It's not in the same universe. It's not connected at all with any way, shape, or form. Which again I thought he might have missed a trick there. He could have said it in the same universe, which was in 2003. He came out in 2000, so he could have set Army of the Dead in 2003, and that would have been a nice surprise if you're watching it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You would have gone, oh, this is set in 2003. You know, you could have had old technology, old phones, old flip phones or whatever, and it would have been nice to just connect it all. They say he is doing he's doing a prequel. He's doing a prequel of the guy the safecracker.
Yeah, so it's a prequel. So what you're telling me is there's going to be a prequel and there's probably going to be a sequel as well, because the guy who escaped managed.
Yeah.
Well, he got bit.
But
He's going to Mexico.
The prequel is going to be the safecracker. It's going to be an offshoot of the safecracker. They're going to do that, and then they're going to do a prequel film. They've already done a prequel film of their time
Escaping. Yeah.
Of them escape. Well, they I think the main guy that they were in. There's a woman and the main guy, and they were in a troop of. Not they weren't the army. They were just civilians, and they made up Last Vengeance group, who helped the army fight back the army of the dead into Las Vegas.
Well, they got medals, didn't they, for
Yeah.
helping like a vice president or something like that.
Well, they got medals because they helped the army push back the army of the dead back into the thing. So
No, they helped the vice president.
what doing? I missed this. What did they do?
There was a high-ranking official in the city, so and they helped him. So
that would be the one where they got the general, whatever he was, out, and then they crushed the kid and the mother.
Yeah,
that's what it was. So they're doing that story in the prequel. I think may be released. I think it's either this year or it may be released. I think later on. I think way in next year or something like that. But. Again, I don't know. I think I would watch it again. I would watch it again, and maybe I'm just harshly judging it. I don't know, but it's great. It's got some great action scenes. The vistas again great. You know, Zack Snyder does know how to maybe photograph the film. Make it look pretty and do certain things. You know, like with the dropping down the troops onto Las Vegas, parachuting them in. That was quite nicely done. Nice. I thought it was nice done, but again, it was pretty horrific death for the poor buggers going into it. Made no sense, but what the hell, But yeah, I recommend it. I give it. I'm pushing for a 6 out of 10. I'm going to go 6 out of 10 for it. Yeah.
7 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, just too many plot holes and plots brought up then left, and yeah. So that's on Netflix now. If you want to see it, the Reanimator is on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah, we're with we Reanimated 2, which I'm going to have to watch again because I've completely forgotten the script and well, not the script, but whatever hell happened. And I think I have to watch 2003 one. I think that's on Prime Amazon as well. So I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to find out what happened to. I think the main guy in it, he's in Star Trek a lot. He's in a lot of Star Trek. He's been in Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine. He plays like loads of aliens.
Does he?
Yes, he does. He plays lots of little aliens, little boom, boom, boom all over. But he says he's been in Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and I don't think he's been in the newer ones. I don't think he's been in any, but he just plays loads of little bits and bobs in all of them. So yeah. Anyway, we will be back next week. Yes, I guess. Yeah, next week. Yeah, if I'm not working anyway, anytime soon, I think. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I've been Warren.
I've been James. So you can reach me at woodcop771, and you can email us your suggestions for what movies we can watch at woodcop@bluetowermanchester.com. That's woodcop@bluetowermanchester.com.
Yeah, you can find me at Mr. Beard MCR on Twitter and Instagram as well. So yeah, see me all out and do that. Anyway, I gotta go. I've been Warren.
I've been James. 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 Stay safe.
Okay, bye.
Bye.